Good afternoon. Disappointing ending for our group. At a critical juncture of the season. It was a tough game for us. We knew it with, being undermanned, but we still expected to win. And it was a game we should have won. But we didn't make the necessary plays down the stretch to finish it off. And we have to have a short memory. Proud of our group's effort, really proud of our effort. We had to play some different ways. We practiced some, but haven't played much in games with 5 guards. But proud of our group. And we have to recoup, as it is in this great league. And we have a great opponent waiting for us at home on Tuesday.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, you guys were able to get hot early in the second half from deep. What was that adjustment at halftime to kind of free up more of those open looks from deep? Yeah,
we just found the matchup we liked one-on-one, and we felt good about attacking those switches. And, if you have a layup, pass it. And if you don't, if you have a layup, lay it up. And if you don't, pass it out. And our guys were making great decisions, shooting open shots.
And when you speak on going small with that number of guards, how much does that, obviously something you haven't been able to work on much, but how much does that help in your ability to spray the ball around?
Yeah, obviously the space is good with all five guys that can create on the court. And I thought, our guys really played well. Defensively not so much, giving up 60% in the second half. But Butler makes tough shots. They make a high clip of contested mids. And, some of those shots we'll live with. I thought Richard Barron played great D on Pierre Brooks. Telford's lefty shot to finish is not a shot he makes often. He's very right-hand dominant. But it was a great learning lesson for our guys. You know, Richard Barron's defense at the end was great. You know, it was elite defense on Pierre Brooks at the end. You know, what can we do as a program and a staff to help him not go for 2 shot fakes earlier in the game, you know, on Brooks and once on Thomas. So great learning lesson for our young guys. Jaden Pierre, you know, playing through, you know, a calf injury, and obviously without Josh, but never an excuse. The mission didn't change. This is a game we fully expected to win.
You mentioned being shorthanded. Even if you're not shorthanded, how difficult would you describe it is to go into another arena in this league?
Yeah, every arena is such great. I mean, except a couple right now, but they'll be back, I think. But right now, 9 of the venues are elite. A great fan support, knowledgeable fans. The coach, I can't talk enough about the coaching. I mean, I was just sitting at home looking at Thad Matta's coaching resume a few weeks. He's a phenomenal coach, and every game. I mean, we have who I think is the greatest coach in the history of our game the next game. So, you know, yeah, it's an incredible league.
Any more questions?
You said the short memory that you need. How hard is it to have a short memory?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's a good opportunity for us to improve. We came up short at Connecticut, you know, a little bit over a week ago, and we did not respond well the next night out against Villanova. So it's a great opportunity on shorter, you know, time off, days in between, to really respond to this right now with rehab, showering, getting on the plane, getting back, you know, to play Tuesday. So it's a great test for us to see how we respond to this loss. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I know it's just his answer is not right. I don't want to put him in a bad situation because he'll be fine. I'll probably just ask about the defense on the play, not necessarily call or not. Just, I mean, it's going by. That's not great.
See who's in the back.
What's that?
See who's in the back. Ohio State.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go straight to questions for the players first, and then we'll let them go. So.
You guys have been in a lot of close games this season. Another one tonight. What's the reaction when the final buzzer sounds in a game like this one?
We won. We're just happy we won, to be honest with you. And just want to say shout out to Gusto. Came in, was ready to play, and he blocked that at the end, and that was the play of the game. So, yeah, just glad we won.
DJ, another game high scoring for you. You've really escaped that 3-game stretch you had. How much has your confidence really grown over these last few weeks? Not just in your 3-point shot, which has always been strong, but playing off of that and getting to the line.
It's grown a lot. I would say the basket gets a little wider when you make shots the game before, and I just always look to make the right play, whether that be scoring, passing, and I'm just happy that it's falling.
We got a laughing Thad on that one. Can I ask that?
Oh, no. I was Coach Collier and I were having.
You know, you were able to get inside today, obviously, for that floater you go to, some shots to the rim. Once your left hand late, Kim English talked about how that's not a shot you typically go to. How'd you feel going to your offhand there in a pivotal moment?
To be honest with you, I work on it every day with Coach Pegues and Coach Diebler, and they tell me all the time that you got a good left hand, just use it. Yeah, Carter was guarding me, giving me the left hand, and sometimes you got to trust your work.
TJ, you guys got up 11 early in the second half, fell down 7 then late. Not just giving up that lead, but how hard is it to bounce back when it gets to 7? What's the conversations, not just in the huddle, but with your 5 guys on the floor?
We never think we're out of it. Obviously, like, we've had a couple games where we come out second half flat-footed and not as aggressive and not as attentive to detail. So we just wanted to get back to that towards the end of the game, and we talked amongst the 5 that are on the floor, like, just play hard, just give it your all, because at the end of the day, like, it could be the last 10 you play. So again, we just want to play the hardest we can play.
I'm sure you guys were asked this already, but the final play, just for Gusto to recover the way he did and get that block, just what does that say for him as an athlete?
I mean, yeah, I don't think he came in the game today till that last play, so that's a testament to him. You know, he was ready, and he made a big play that won us the game, and all the credit should go to him, to be honest with you.
And for you, Jamil, you went here, you guys were able to use your strength and get down to the block, and it seems like late in the game you guys really just did not want to be denied. Just when you feel like you have a strength advantage down low, just how much does it help you, especially when you need a basket?
Yeah, I mean, we knew, like, their game plan. They kind of send some double. Sometimes they don't, and you just got to make the right read. So me and Pierre were able to make the right read and came out with a W.
And for you, DJ, late in the game, did you feel like you were able to get the looks that you wanted? I know you had a couple of long threes, but with the way you were shooting, did you feel like you were getting what you wanted, and just kind of were you dealing with any extra attention or defensive
No, I mean, I feel like I got the looks I wanted. A couple were deeper, like in transition. A couple pitchbacks from Posh were a little deeper than I wanted to shoot, especially towards the end of a game. But I'm used to that attention, and it opens up things for my teammates. So.
Thanks, guys.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Questions for Thad?
Coach, you're in the huddle for those closing seconds. What's the message to the team, what you're going to try to do defensively up 1 in that situation?
It was guard. guard. I mean, I told the guys after the game, I said, I've been behind your backs, I've been bragging about you. That we haven't had a game where we didn't show up. And I thought there was a stretch of second half, and I'm giving Providence. I mean, they made their first 7 threes of the second half, and the one young man was shooting 15%, and he had, I think, 3 in a row. They went small without a Duro, and it caused us problems. And I probably messed up staying big enough. But as I told them, they showed me they were winners because they finished the game. They kept playing. They kept, we got the stops when we needed them. We locked down, and that's a tribute to those guys in there because we weren't real good defensively. We were awful there, but they made us pay that way, and it was kind of a chess match. I mean, they did a tremendous job of getting us where they wanted us, and when they start making shots like that, it's like, oh boy, we were searching for answers.
After your win at Creighton, Greg McDermott talked about how it changed the way they game planned without Pasha Alexander in that game. The flip side today, how does it change the way you have to defend or score against the Providence team without a Duro in time?
Yeah, I mean, they decided they went with Castro to start, and then just said, "The heck with it, we'll go small." And I think the other thing, we were so sloppy. I told the guys at halftime, I said, we're up 10, we're up 9, we got 10 turnovers, and so many of them were like unforced, and that's uncharacteristic of us, just in terms of taking care of the basketball. And but we allowed them to get some momentum in the second half, and man, they took advantage of it and had us on the ropes. But like I said, I credit our guys; they kept going.
So there was obviously that momentum swing there in the second half. But you talk about turnovers. I think just 4 turnovers for you guys in the last 19 minutes.
Yeah.
What were we able to do to clean up that? How does that affect the team when you're able to clean it up down the stretch to come back?
Yeah, I don't know if there was anything magic that we did. It was just like, hey, take care of the freaking basketball, and because we were making shots early in the game, but the turnovers, I mean, those are just opportunities you don't have to score.
Do you feel like there was an over-reliance to kind of free up DJ for 3 at some times, and then at some point did you just say, okay, to heck with this, we need to get downhill and attack the basketball?
Yeah, and like he said, our guys did a good job playing off of them. I mean, they were top locking them and making it hard to catch. And I thought DJ, I mean, I said to him before the game, I said, how many rebounds can you give me today? He says, between 3 and 5. And I said, well, that's 4. And he said, or he ended up having 8 in the game, which was tremendous.
It used to be not just 8 rebounds from DJ, 8 rebounds from Pasha Alexander as well. When you get those contributions from your bench, from your backcourt,
yeah,
on the glass, especially against a team that's playing small, how important was that for you?
No, it was huge, because I think just from the standpoint of our guards, we're at our best when they're rebounding, and there's been games where we haven't, what we call get in the box, and for those guys to go down and scoop those things up was big for us, because they went pretty much exclusively second half. They were just mismatch hunting, and we were struggling to guard them. I mean, it was. I think they went like 9 straight minutes with a field goal every time down the floor.
So from the sidelines, kind of walk me through what those last 2 possessions are like as you watch Pierre back down on near side for you, and then the defensive drive to the basket in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard. I've been through a lot of these games, and it's funny because your mind is always, as a coach, you're thinking, what if he misses? What if they score? What if? And like I said, when Pierre, we didn't take the time out, and I just told him, I said, drive him, and because Pierre was not very good in the first half, and I thought he did a tremendous job the last 20 minutes, and it was good to see him playing well for us down the stretch.
And for Augusto to make the play that he did, again, to get beat off the dribble and then recover and not foul, just athletically, how many people can even make that play? What's it say about him?
I used to make plays like that.
Last week?
No, when I was here in the late 80s, 90s. But I mean, a lot of times he reminds me of myself when I watch him in practice. No, it's funny because I asked him, I said, we were shoveling. I said, Augusto, are you ready? He says, I am ready, coach. And in he went, and I just love that kid. I still, my heart goes out to him because he was injured at the beginning, but hopefully we can continue to keep him coming in, because we need him. He's energy, and got to keep driving that.
Last one. Gusto obviously makes his impact, but also you got 13 points off the bench on 5 of 7 shooting.
Yeah.
Now you played over 20 minutes, but can you speak on just how those guys have helped you in their limited
Yeah,
time?
it was so good to see Finn bang some shots today because he works so hard and he shoots it so well in practice. And when he lets it go, I always think it's going in. I know his percentage hasn't been great, but man, I like to see that. Landon had a huge bucket for us and had a big defensive play off the ball. No, that was we, as I said, we got to do this by committee, and heck of a win for us.
Very good.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Oh.